Introducing a new wave of Marvel Legends, X-Men 97. I give to you the X-Cutioner. Let's get it. What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again. Another action figure review. We are back to basics with some Marvel Legends reviews. We have a new wave. We have got the highly anticipated Wave 2 of X-Men 97, the animated series, courtesy of Marvel Studios. It says up there on the packaging, but they've rebranded themselves as Marvel Animation. So you see what we got here. We're going to kick it off with the X-Cutioner. You're probably wondering, well, why are you kicking it off with this guy? Because I'm going in the order that I received the product. So this is how it goes down all the way until the end. I've got the entire wave, and we are going to review them in the order that I acquired them. So that's why you've got the X-Cutioner today. And this is the first time we have ever gotten the X-Cutioner in figure form. Definitely in 6-inch form. I do not recall the X-Cutioner ever being in 3 3/4 inch form. So this is, as I stated, the first time we have ever gotten this character immortalized in plastic. You see what we got going on. This is a retro carded style figure. The wave is of that on retro card backs. You see the artwork, and you see it is of an animated nature. We've got X-Men 97 as the logo up there. You see the figure with his accessories, and believe it or not, he comes with a bit. Can't front. He comes with a bit. Turn it to the back just to get a quick look at that. Only thing we have here, we don't have bios. So only thing I can tell you is we have got thumbnails of the figures that are in this wave with a digital render of the X-Cutioner right beside. We've got X-Cutioner out of the packaging, and while he's rotating around so you can get a 360-degree visual of the character slash figure, I'll tell you a little bit about X-Cutioner. And while you're listening and viewing, you can go down there and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But I digress. X-Cutioner is his real name is Carl Denty. He was an FBI agent. He was partnered with one Fred Duncan, and unbeknownst to Denny, Duncan worked with Charles Xavier for the Mutant Underground. What Duncan used to do was cache alien weaponry, and then Duncan died, circumstances which have not been revealed to this very day. There's never been told how he passed on, but anyway, Denty found out about it. And when I mean about it, he found out that Duncan was working with the Mutant Underground, and he found out about the cache of the weapons. So, of course, Denty, you know what happens next. He's going to feel some kind of way about mutants, and he was pissed, being that he's an FBI agent, a law enforcement officer, that mutants were able to get away with doing stuff. At least in his mind, that's how he felt. So that's what led to him becoming the X-Cutioner. And there you have it. So he goes after primarily mutant criminals, but he doesn't like mutants, period. So you know what I'm saying? As far as the armor is concerned, the armor, as you would probably guess, gives him enhanced strength, of course. His helmet has it's got a computer in there scanning. He can scan. Of course, other things that computers can do, the HUD stuff. It has the ability to do DNA analysis, so he knows when he encounters a mutant. And of course, he's taken a few weapons from that cache of alien weaponry, including a lance, a psionic lance. And just as it is you can no less guess, it is a sonic lance, meaning it draws its energy from mental power, basically mental energy. So the wielder powers the weapon via his or her mental energy, and it can emit blasts that can jack up both organic and inorganic matter. So yeah, Executioner is he's quite the handful, and pretty colorful in his in that costume there. Looks he's looking pretty cool, and I mean it is an animated figure, so we don't get the same kind of line work that we would if it was a comic based or movie based figure, especially. So, and that's to give it the animated aesthetic. So, that's the reason why you're not going to see any lines, and you'll note that when I analyze the figure closer up. First thing we're going to do is take a measurement. When I was comparing the figures in this wave against one another, Denty appeared kind of small to me, short. You know what I'm saying? So as the figure goes, it is just a skosh under 6.5 inches, more than 6.25, but less than 6.5. So he's not really small. He's smaller than others, and that's not really cool considering that he's wearing armor. We'll have him, of course, we'll do some comparisons, but I could tell you this also, as far as the character is concerned. Carl Denty he comes in at 6'1", and he's wearing armor, so as the Executioner, he should be more imposing. Just like Tony Stark. Believe it or not, Tony Stark is 6'1", and the armor makes him 6'6". So, yeah, this guy should be bigger. And especially if you see the figure right there. You see how big those boots are. You see how thick the soles are. So, yeah, technically, he should be a bit bigger in appearance than 6'1". Going over Executioner, I'm liking the figure. You know what I'm saying? For me as a character in the X-Men, it's not like he was any real great shakes to me personally, but I can't front. Seeing him here in figure form, I'm digging the aesthetic for real. He's got the long overcoat, and the looks like he's got some kind of robe or something. Looks like a nightie, front line like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got you see what would you call this, guys? It's not I guess you can call it. It's a pauldron. Yeah, so we'll go with that. And of course he's got the shoulder gauntlet on the other end. And yeah, I'm liking the look there. So you got the helmet there, and it's basically a black with the actual face portion is like a charcoal gray, and then you got the eyes, and then there's a crest over a crown, if you will, or whatever. What is it that we call what old school Luke Cage used to wear on his head? That's basically what this looks like. So yeah, you got that, but it doesn't go all around. It's just like over the brow. So I'm just saying it looks like that, but still pretty cool. The eyes looking nice and sinister there, and you got that red, and then you've got some basic silver for the buckle. Is that what we'll call it? The buckle. Then you look, as I move this out of the way, there's that armor on the arms, and you see he's got some a bicep band, brown, on both sides there. Look at the gauntlets, pretty nice. The belt, it's got an FOH, if you could see that. Those that don't know what that stands for, Friends of Humanity. who he has been affiliated with in the past. So you got that. Fingerless gloves, looking good. Mines are looking pretty nice, pretty clean. So I gotta love that. The color of this overcoat, if you will, is kind of a it's got the very lightest tinge of dark green in it. It almost doesn't seem like it, but when you look at it in person, I can see, very faint dark green, but it comes off like it's a dark gray. But that's me. And then on this left side here, the strap that connects up to the belt, which is a kind of a rusty brown, rusty red, rusty orange, something like that color, goes up and around that shoulder and attaches on the back. And you've got some paint in the back of that of the belt, which is a pleasant surprise when we're talking about Marvel Legends. The backs usually just get straight denied paint. You got underneath all of that, you see the black legs, and then of course the boots looking nice. They're brown and they got the silver knee pads and the shin guarding going down the bottom, and then of course the boots themselves. You see how that looks. Pretty nice. I have to say, I like the figure. I can't front. I'm liking the look of the figure. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I am, but I do. As far as articulation goes, the head feels like it's on a dumbbell. It feels like it's on a dumbbell, and because the nature of the head, you're not going, and because of that collar too back here, you're not going to get anything looking up. And he can look down that far, and you're not getting much in the way of head pivot. It's there though. You got some. And of course you can rotate the head. Arms, because of the pauldron and the shoulder pads, you're not going to get more than the right arm. You'll get basically a full 90, and the left, it's just under that because it's being impeded right there. This is connected to the shoulder, so you're not going to get rotation. So be careful when swinging it up. You're only going to get the left arm up that far, and you can go back. There is no butterfly joints. It does have bicep swivel, and we are pinless and when it comes to the elbows. His left hand has the swiveling wrist. Both hands, by the way, have the vertical hinge going on there. And you see he's got hands that are supposed to be equipped for wielding his weaponry. And as far as his torso is concerned, that's on a ball joint. So you're going to get all of this, as you can see. All of this. He can lean back decently. He can lean forward a lot better than most. I'll give you that. And side to side, he's got it going on, especially leaning to his left. Wow. As far as his hips are concerned, you know that the coat is going to impede some, but even though that's the case, you can see he still gets a lot of it in there. He can get his leg up that much. Also, it's being slightly impeded. I believe he could get a full 90 if he didn't have the coat. He can draw back that much. He's got the the thigh swivel and double jointed pinless knees. See if I can get that second joint. There it is to go. Hopefully you guys can see that. And he's got no rotation anywhere in terms of calf or upper thigh or upper shin or anything like that. As far as the toes concerned, he can point it that far forward, that far up, and he does have ankle pivot, and he does come with holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. X-Cutioner's accessories, he comes with this rifle, which is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. We've got a myriad of colors here, silvers and browns and plasticky looking golds, but very intricate looking weapon there. I'm kind of liking it. And next up we have the psionic lance that I was speaking on. So there, two prongs. So there it is right there, and it's just molded. They're both just molded in a silver kind of plastic. And finally, X-Cutioner comes with this little thingy, which is some type of energy weapon as well. And oh, excuse my rocking the camera there. And it actually, I'm bringing X-Cutioner back into it. It slides over his hand like so. And yeah, pretty simple enough. Since Xe is first up in this series of reviews for Wave 2 of X-Men 97 figures, we don't have anything from that wave to compare him with as of yet. So we're just going to dig into the first wave of X-Men 97 and compare none other than that wave's big bad, Magneto. And you see exactly what I'm talking about earlier about I don't think X-Cutioner is big enough, tall enough. He's coming in smaller than Magneto, and I think that obviously everything can't be spot on height wise when you're talking about these figures, but they still can get it close. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem as faithful to the source material as possible. And I think Mr. Denty here should be minimum Maggie's height. What do you guys think? At least he's taller than Wolverine. That would have been really egregious. And we'll round out the comparisons with one of the ladies from the first wave. We have got Anna Marie herself, aka Rogue. Here we have X-Cutioner fully loaded out. As you can see, he's able to carry all of his accessories on his person. As far as his sonic lance and that rifle blaster in the rear, it is affixed. There's a single peg for the back. You peg in the rifle, and then the rifle actually has two portholes for you to peg the both portions of the psionic lance he has there. And then of course you see that he is basically he's got that arm blaster just slides right over his arm as we demonstrated earlier. There's another piece of weaponry that X-Cutioner has that requires nothing physical. He has the ability to teleport, so keep that in mind too. He can just come in, tear stuff up, and then bounce. And speaking of doing damage, that's how we're going to close out our review here with this particular scene. We've got X-Cutioner. He does normally go after mutant villains, so he was coming for Magneto, and he actually managed to overpower him. And Rogue and Wolverine, they can't just allow Maggie to just get deleted like that. So here they are. So anyway, pretty decent figure. I really like the look. It's crazy because looking at him in the comics, he just wasn't all that impressive to me. He looked, I won't even lie, a lot of times he looked kind of silly. But seeing him in figure form, I really like him. And imagine how much better he would look if this was based on comic version and he had more line work going on. As is, it's very nice. So that's pretty cool. He's got some good articulation considering how encumbered he is with all of the extra plastic, meaning the overcoat and the we'll call it the skirt piece down below. It's like like I was saying before, it's almost like he's wearing a nightie. It comes with decent accessories, you know, two lances, sonic lances, his rifle blaster, and of course that slide-on blaster. Very very nice. It's a good kickoff for X-Men '97 Wave 2. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below what you think about X-Cutioner. What do you think about the X-Men '97 cartoon about to drop? Or if you're too old and mature to call it a cartoon, the animated series about to drop. Are you excited? What's up? Yeah, let me know. Give a thumbs up for this video. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload another video. And of course, leave your comments below. Don't even forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We've kicked this off, and we're going to keep going through until we get to number 6. This is a retro style line, so there are no Build-A-Figures, so 6 is what you get. So let us just deal with that. And like I said, we will continue this next go round. Next up will be another version of a character that you see here in this end display. And that's how it'll get done.